don't know what happened. It seems like the computer froze up or the internet Comcast disconnected or something. But just as soon as we started, jeepers, we stopped. But we're back. I don't know how long. But we're back. Oh yeah, and we got a great show for you today. We got Tere Joyce on. We still haven't lost her, but she's got a delayed single. I don't know. There's a fire going on up here in Oregon. Maybe that's got something to do with our connections and our signals. Anyway, the ashes are falling into our city here in Portland, and it's a big brouhaha. But I got a fire going on here too. And after this commercial break, we're going to pick up where we left off here at Time for Hemp.
If you're seeking healthy products for your skincare needs, you'll want to visit HempEase.com. The fine folks at HempEase.com blend together 9 healing herbs that have been selected specifically to help reduce swelling, rejuvenate circulation, invigorate cellular growth, and stimulate deep tissue healing. When you visit their website, you will find a wide variety of great products, from body butter to body salves to fantastic hemp root oil that is just great for all parts of your body. And there's even something there for your special 4-legged friends that everyone considers part of the family. So if you're looking for something that is made of organic healing herbs specifically designed for your body's needs, you'll want to visit HempEase.com. That's HEMP-EAZE.com.
How would you like to have all the best cannabis info all in one place? Canafo.com is the Google, Facebook, and Craigslist of cannabis. It even has its own social media platform. Canafo.com puts the world of medicinal and recreational cannabis in one place for consumers, businesses, and growers. Canafo.com is a free service where you can find over 9,000 different strains of cannabis, shop cannabis classifieds, and much more. Canafo.com is the world's most comprehensive source for all things cannabis. Get in the know with Canafo.
Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they spend. Take another look now and take some time for hemp. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment. Stop deforestation, yeah, it's time for hemp. Whoa, an acre of hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rest. Well, right now it's time for hemp.
You are watching Time for Hemp, and we got Tere Joyce here. Say hi, Tere Joyce.
Hi.
And we are having a lot of fun here on the big broadcast. And Tere does a show on the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network, and she's also got programming on other great broadcasting outlets that she wants to share with you. And she does all kinds of great programming, some talk, some comedy, but it's always entertaining. And on our network, it's called The Freedom of Joyce. And is that what it's called everywhere else, Tere?
Yeah, it's the Freedom of Joy show. I'm on Time for Hemp, American Freedom Radio, and also the True Cat Radio.
And you've been doing this show for how long now?
Since 2014. So it's been about 3 years that I started the Freedom of Joy show. Before that, I did Hollywood Empress Hour, and I started that show in 2010.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, you have a lot of guests on, don't you?
I do. I have a lot of guests. Sometimes I just rant for 2 hours. It just depends. Sometimes I just go with topical topics of kind of changed a bit. I do a lot of angry rants, I think, lately. But hopefully sometimes they come out funny. I think some people find some humor in it. But yeah, what I'm doing now on American Freedom Radio is I go through an hour of by myself, and then I usually either have somebody come on with me to talk about stuff with, or I'll have a featured guest in the second hour. On Truth Cat Radio, same thing, but Truth Cat sometimes I'll feature a guest for 2 hours. It just depends. Depends on the guest, depends on the topic, so I sort of play around with it. But I like the hour of ranting and then an hour of guest. I think that works.
Now, who have been some of your best guests in the past 6 months?
Well, one of the most interesting guests that I had recently was I had Elizabeth Lee Beck on, who was one of the prosecuting attorneys for the DNC fraud lawsuit that just took place.
Wow.
I think that was the most relevant or timely guess at that point that I've had. I've had the late Max Spears, who, this is a little bit down the rabbit hole, but he was known as a well, they said he was a conspiracy theorist or a super soldier, but he talked about the Tavistock Institute and MK Ultra mind control and the Illuminati and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But,
really interesting shows, right?
Interesting. I mean, I like to go into different topics and have different guests.
Those are topics that we don't really get a chance to cover normally throughout the rest of the day on our broadcasting network, because we are Time for Hemp. And that is one of the things that I like most about your show, is that we do cover hemp and cannabis, but we also cover so much more.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think that cannabis is just one part of the octopus of everything, the octopus arm of everything else that's going on in the world. And it's a direct solution to a lot of our problems that we have right now. So that's why but I have other interests sometimes too, and want to cover everything. So yeah.
Now, do you get hate mail? Because every once in a while, if I post on a topic outside of cannabis, I mean any topic, I start getting, Casper, you're off the chain. I can't believe how silly you are. Casper, you're nutty. Stick to cannabis. And it's like my audience doesn't want me to veer too far away from their main topic.
Yeah. Well, I get hate mail for other reasons.
Okay. It's like my doctor gets hate mail because he helps keep me alive. Hello.
I got some people excited because I posted an article, and then I did a show about it, but High Times had done an article about it too, but it was Chelsea Clinton came out and spoke and said that marijuana kills people.
Oh, your mic faded out. Can you say that again?
High Times Magazine did an article about Chelsea Clinton. That she said that she was speaking when her mother was running for president, and she said marijuana kills people. Marijuana kills people. And I posted that one night, like way late at night, and it wasn't the High Times article. It was, because you know how sometimes there's an article done and then a bunch of blog sites do the same article, but just tweaking. But okay, it was one of those. And a activist, a marijuana activist that I've known for many years, just lost it. I mean, he was just, Terry, how could you say this? Do you realize how offensive you are to the people that support marijuana? They're all liberals. And I was like, really? I go, no Republicans smoke weed, none, really, none, nobody.
Right.
Are you serious? It was my thought. And then I researched it, and I found that the High Times did the article, I think originally. And I blocked the guy. I said, yeah, I'm just sick of it. I was like, no, this is just so stereotypical to think that the only people that smoke marijuana are liberals. Now, here's another thing that I've recently got a little controversial is about Roger Stone.
All right.
Roger is a libertarian, right? And he's been very much a part of getting Donald Trump elected. And he's known as the dirty trickster. I don't know if anybody's watching right now. I really highly recommend that you watch the Netflix documentary out. It's called Get Me Roger Stone. He's speaking at an event in Los Angeles, and then there's a big boycott on that. 17 speakers have boycotted him, and there's a big protest. Now, I'm for it. I'm actually for. I think Roger Stone getting involved with cannabis is a good thing for us. A lot of people are seeing him as a racist and this disgusting person because of what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. But we can talk about that too. I don't have a problem. Basically, thank you very much. But it's funded by George Soros. Everything that we're seeing is a huge deception. All right, I'm one of those people. All right, the one that Rachel Maddow goes, and the people that voted for Trump think that George Soros is funding these protests, and that's what the problem is. Yeah, I thank you. I'm one of those people that thinks George Soros has been funding things, including every single medical marijuana and marijuana initiative that's passed in the United States has George Soros' hand in it, like Rumpelstiltskin. Okay,
and I want to remind people too, because there are some people who say, "Well, I would never be a member of any organization or group or support any organization or group that had any Klan members in it." And I'm thinking, well, normal National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws, they probably have, whether they know it or not, Klan members who are also normal members, and Klan members are also MPP members, and there's a lot of Klan members who smoke marijuana. So if you really feel that way, put down your joint, put away your marijuana, clean your bong, and go fight against normal, go fight against MPP, and be in your own little corner. See, just because somebody belongs to one group doesn't mean they can't belong to another. And just because someone belongs to your group doesn't mean that you belong to all their groups.
Right. Well, you know what? I never really thought about that. I never really thought about KKK pot smokers.
I never did either.
I have not met one yet.
I haven't, but they're out there, and I got thinking, those people who get really pissy about who they are associated with, is like, well, you need to get your head out of your ass. There's a big world out there.
One of the things I don't think people really understood about the protests that happened was that some of them were KKK members, some of them were neo-Nazis, and then some of them were actually people that just didn't want the statue to be taken down.
Okay.
But, what bothers me is that the mainstream media made it a blank term, like it's alt-right. It's the entire alt-right. That's not true either, and that's a separation. That's creating division and a perception. Everybody who voted for Trump, everybody who's a conservative is a racist now, and that to do that, to marginalize that kind of hate between us is really frightening. I got smacked around really hard on Facebook recently. Literally, I think I've lost about maybe 10 friends. I guess it's not bad though, right? 10. Up or down a few,
Right.
One person compared me to Bill O'Reilly. I was like, really? Well, I think I'm a lot more attractive than Bill, but no, I'm kidding.
Well, one thing I noticed too about Facebook is that of all the 5,000 friends I have, I may have met 50 of them face to face. I may have had an actual email with a total of 100. Everybody else is just a total stranger who knows that I'm in the cannabis movement and wants me as their friend.
And they want to get your information.
Right.
Right.
So, so if I piss off one of those and they unfriend me, I think I can get over it.
Yeah. Well, the people that you don't care about, but I did have a friend tell me that he thought that I lost my mind, and also, I don't know if you're doing it for the ratings or you're trying to be Bill O'Reilly, and I'm like, what? Like as if we're doing this so that we can get on. We're going to get a career from it. I'm not saying that we're not, but the motivation I have to be in this media is because it's in my heart. Because I'm searching for the truth. I'm standing up for the rights of us.
Right.
And also educating people about cannabis, educating what is going on. You're not doing this so that it's like really like I'm just poking a finger at people just to be like, I don't like Bill O'Reilly, all right? Every time I saw him on The View, I was like, oh God, not this guy again, And
I do want to remind our viewers at home, if you're watching closely, it does seem like you're watching a Japanese movie where Terry moves her lips, and then a minute later you hear the conversation. And for some reason, there is a delay on our Skype communications. but her message is valuable, so we want to make sure she's heard. And Terry, we're going to take a commercial break right now and pay our bills. And when we come back, we'll pick up where we left off here at Time for Hemp.
You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.
Serious Seeds is your source for quality cannabis and sativa seeds. Serious Seeds are the creators of legendary strains like AK-47, Bubblegum, Chronic, Cali Mist, and White Russian. The AK-47 is probably the most awarded strain on the planet. The high THC content of AK-47 makes it the perfect medical strain for patients seeking quick pain relief. Cali Mist is an almost pure sativa. Female medical cannabis patients have reported that this strain helps relieve menstrual cramps. Serious Seeds just acquired another Dutch high-quality seed bank, Magus Genetics. From now on, Serious Seeds can offer you even more award-winning strains. The fine folks at Serious Seeds strive to breed the best cannabis genetics that they can find, so patients can rely on the effectiveness of their medicine. Go to SeriousSeeds.com to grow your medicine. That site again is SeriousSeeds.com.
We are recording. A recording has started. Oh, really? It says right here, Joyce, a recording has started. So apparently, we are already back from commercial break. Oh, jeepers, and I wasn't aware of it. Maybe I was just too high on my pipe. Maybe that tells me that I shouldn't smoke pot at work. I don't know.
Was that all heard? All that stuff was heard? Like the whole, like, you know, I've been in a relationship for 4 hours.
No. We've just started. All that off the air stuff was off the air stuff.
Oh, my God. How embarrassing.
No, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And Terry and I had a fun conversation during commercial break, to say the least. So, Terry, what is it that drives you most to do your show? You like to be part of the team of people on the internet that are disseminating news, and we are really up against corporate media trying to keep us from getting our message out.
Yeah. Well, you know, Google and YouTube are now going after people big time.
Yeah.
To stop them from talking or for being seen. That changing the algorithms, demonetizing your channels. It's getting really, and it's done by AI. It's not even a human being. It's just you know, whatever words come through. And now, I mean, I uploaded a video that had angels in the title, and that's not suitable for some audiences.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I just got a big, you know, like, you know, this person, we need every single one is now coming up every time I upload. I can't monetize.
Well, and on Facebook too, I think it's funny. Facebook wants you to do Facebook videos so you can promote your Facebook group to all of its Facebook members. And when you make a Facebook video to promote your Facebook group to all of its Facebook members, Facebook stops you from promoting it. They say, "Oh, you've done it too many times. You promoted it on too many groups. You're promoting it too fast." Oh, but jeepers, if you pay to boost your post, oh my golly, Facebook just loves that. And you're right. If you're not part of their, "Oh jeepers, we think your message is clean and wholesome" line, they do try to keep you from being found too.
Oh yeah, well, you know, and Zuckerberg is running for president now, or there's rumors that he's going to run for president. Yeah, I'm not voting for him. I'm not. You know, talk about Hitler, okay? Talk about censorship and propaganda. I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, people do realize, I hope, that the DEA and our government Homeland Security works very closely with Facebook and are oftentimes trolling groups and profiles, right?
Yeah.
So now, why don't you tell people about some of the problems you've had with your censorship?
Well, I did get demonetized from YouTube, so that's happened to me within the last 3 weeks, and I've done some videos about it. My Facebook fan pages that I have, I notice sometimes that it slows. It slows down. Like the pages seem to go slower. And I have trouble sharing. I get frustrated. So I've actually kind of stopped sharing from my actual pages as much, and I've been doing it for my own profile. I have gotten a few dings on my complaints on a couple of my videos, and then I knew that they were like looking at me for like an hour, but then they just got rid of those videos and gave me a warning. I had that happen to me, and I did get the thing where you share too many times, too fast, slow down, you're going too fast. And then they banned me for about a month, being able to share in any groups, even being able to access my own group that I even get to for about almost a month.
Wow.
Now my friend Stephen D. Kelly gets I think it seems like 6 months went by. He would barely get back on Facebook, and then he's off Facebook again for like another month.
Okay, for breaking. And the other thing, you don't know the rules that you're breaking. You don't know the rules you're breaking until you break them.
Yeah. Well, he's been a little bit more inflammatory with people. So he got yeah. He's always in Facebook jail. Always in Facebook jail. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been a little inflammatory too with some of my Facebook video postings. And the one that I had the most problem sharing was the one that was entitled Jeff Sessions is a Bonehead. And every time I tried to share that to groups, they'd block me. They'd tell me I was doing it too much. And prior to that, I was getting 1,000 views or more per video. And they made sure that I didn't get any more than 150 to 300 views on that video. So I made it my major video on my video page for people to find fast. But they have gone out of their way to block that. That's how I know the DEA is part of this, because they're trying to keep their boss's reputation from people like me spoiling it. And so let me remind people, if you go to Time for Hemp Live, there is a video called Jeff Sessions is a Bonehead. Please share it as many times as you can. He got the FU award in that particular segment. And I also gave the FU award to Facebook and YouTube. I talked about how the FU award came into existence. Was the first time was when YouTube demonetized my videos, and then the second time was when Facebook went to the timeline, and I went FU Facebook, right? So that's why Facebook, and I mentioned, and that is the award that you get, a big picture of my giving you the bird in a marijuana field, and then we give you, if you want to come on to our show as a guest and explain why it is you are the winner of the FU award, we'll let you do that. And I'll also send you an autographed copy of my flipping you off if you send me your address where to mail it. So that was all in one segment, and that's the one segment I'm having the most problem getting out there. The other ones I seem to be able to promote, and when I promote them on people's pages, other people can see. You know how Facebook will do that, where you can delete somebody's comment and only they can see it when they come to your page? So Facebook will delete my videos from group pages so no one else can see it, but when I go back there, I see it. So I think my video is still up there, and it's not. No one else can see it but me.
Can I ask you, are you writing it out? Fuck you, or are you saying FU?
FU, and the actual FU award is an F and a U.
Okay, I don't know why there's a problem with that.
Right, and I do it, and I start out FU, and this is how, if you think you're going to stop our message, if you think you're going to slow us down, if you think you're going to censor me in any way, then you have another thing coming, and that's why you got the big FU award.
Well, Now, I know that you can swear on Facebook as long as you take the vowels out.
Well, I did.
So you can, and also on Facebook, you can show bare breasts as a woman as long as you cover up the areolas, the nipples. So no nipples, no vowels on Facebook.
Okay.
Just remember that.
Can you say the word nipple on Facebook?
I hope so. I think you can say the word. So yeah, because it's not considered a cuss word.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's all right.
Well, I know what's also considered a cuss word is sponsors. I have found that some people won't put my videos on their group pages or their personal pages because they don't want advertising on their groups. But I'm thinking advertisers bring them the New York Times posts that they post and the LA Times that they post because those periodicals have advertising. And if it wasn't for our advertisers and our sponsors, they wouldn't be getting this message for free. And I'm sure they just love getting this message for free. Because anytime you ask somebody to pay for content, they act like you just farted on their best sofa, right? Pay for content? Oh my God, no, it should be free. So with that in mind, so they can be free, we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, hopefully, you'll still have us on your group page. And if not, well, then maybe you need to go find a sponsor for your group page. That's all I can say. Just saying.
Have you ever had a problem with overcooking your cannabis oil? You probably wanted to rip your hair out when you burned off all the THC, right? I even cried one time when my brownies failed to make a good impression at the party. Well, I stopped crying when I found Magical Butter. Magical Butter is a device with a microprocessor-controlled program sequencer. It was designed by a scientist and a chemist to precisely extract the benefits of various herbs. Magical Butter easily makes botanical butter, oils, tinctures, lotions, sauces, and more. Magical Butter heats your oil and your herbs at the perfect temperature every time. Check us out at magicalbutter.com because it's magical. Okay, there's a lot of science and chemistry involved, but it sure works like magic.
Growsentia has developed Mammoth P, an organically derived soil inoculant that maximizes phosphorus and micronutrient cycling to maximize bud growth, increase yield, and enhance plant health. Mammoth P's patent-pending technology is OMRI certified. The increased levels of phosphorus and other micronutrients result in increased stem strength and a 16% increase in harvest yield. Mammoth P is effective in soil, soilless, and hydroponic systems. This biostimulant microbial product really works synergistically with any nutrient and fertilizers in your management and feeding regime. Incorporate Mammoth P into your feeding protocols as a supplement to any fertilizer program. Mammoth P is being used by growers, commercial and hobbyists throughout the U.S. Go to mammothmicrobes.com to find a store near you or to order through one of the company's online partners. That's mammothmicrobes.com, scientifically proven to grow mammoth buds.
We are recording here at the Big Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network, and we have on the big broadcast today Tere Joyce from Freedom of Joyce. That is the program we have on the network. If you are watching a time delay of Tere's mouth. She will say something, and then a minute later, you will hear what she said. It's kind of like watching a Japanese movie. All we need is King Kong or Godzilla in the background, and it would just be perfect. But we can't help it. We're live, and as we grow, our technology will get better, right, Tere?
Sure.
And we'll work out those bugs, but at least we're doing this now live, and as we grow, as we grow, you'll be growing with us. So, Tere, why don't you let us know what's coming up in your programs in the future besides a bunch of Hollywood gossip? Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, on Tuesday, I will be.
Well, no, not that close, because this stuff goes up in about we don't know, right? So don't get specific like this Tuesday. I mean, down the road, what types of guests are you shooting for?
Down the road, down the road, I can say what's going to happen pretty soon, which I'm into covering the topic of the fact that they're working on decriminalizing mushrooms here in California. Yeah. Kevin P. Saunders is spearheading that from Oaksterdam. So he's got that initiative coming out. So I'm going to be interviewing him very soon. I also have some people that are in the UFO aspect, so I'll be covering a little bit of that. I'm working on bringing hopefully Elizabeth Lee Beck back, who had the DNC fraud lawsuit. They're now going to write a book counter to Hillary Clinton's book that's coming out soon. And also they're wanting to appeal it and take it to a higher court now, because the judge did say that the election, they have confirmed that the election was stolen from Bernie Sanders. There is evidence that caused, they did favor, favor's not the right word. They did do something to make it swing towards Hillary. That's not right or illegal. The problem is there's no jurisdiction in the state of Florida where they took the case to.
All right.
There's no books to actually really convict them, so they have to go to a higher court. But the fact that the judge did say it, I mean, there's tons of links going on right now. Really, literally, if Bernie Sanders had won the primaries, we may not have Donald Trump as president right now.
No, we would not. No, we just would not have Donald Trump. Bernie would have taken it.
Right, and what they did was they took money. They took funds that were supposed to go to Bernie Sanders, and they put it towards Hillary.
All right.
And did do specific things to take the primary away from him. So they came in with a bias. And they're going after them for that because it's basically voter fraud. Also, there's a couple people that have died that have been connected to the case itself. The Sean Lucas, who actually did a proposal, not proposal, but went and served the lawsuit, was died under strange circumstances right afterwards. And then there's Seth Rich, who a lot of people have believed that he was the WikiLeaks that came out afterwards. Also, I know this isn't, I've been covering this on my show quite a bit. Guccifer 2.0, the document that was used as part of the lawsuit. Okay. Guccifer 2.0 is a document they blamed was part of a Russia leak. They said it happened in Romania. It did from Romania. Amy Dacey, who is the CEO of the DNC, put out a memo in December of 2015 saying that it was hacked by the Bernie Sanders campaign. Well, probably because they suspected there was something fraudulent going on. I'm not sure. The file is NGP-BAN, B-A-N. That's the file for Guccifer 2.0. They have now determined that particular file was uploaded on East Coast time on a server off of a USB drive. And so there's no way that it could have happened in Russia. So the whole Russia hack story, even with that evidence, is not true.
All right.
But yet, that was what made their case valid. Now, Seth Rich was also set to testify on the DNC fraud lawsuit, but he was murdered by a botched robbery. He had access to the voter registration information, and yeah, so he was part of it. He was going to testify. He's no longer alive either. So there's been a lot of there again. It's just a part of the Clinton body count. So I've been covering that quite a bit. I know that that's not really particularly marijuana related. But I've been very. It's just one of those things where, Danny Romero at American Freedom Radio said, "Hey, do you want to interview Elizabeth Lee Beck?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sure do." I do want to. I'm hoping to get Roger Stone. Actually, I would.
That would be a good interview.
I'm planning on being down there when he does speak, and I want to do live streaming.
Oh, cool.
Because they're meaning to protest and everything else. But yeah, I'm a supporter of his, and also for him speaking. And we know that Jeff Sessions is really an issue with marijuana, and who better to have his ear than someone like Roger Stone? We need someone like him to go and really take care of this and have Donald Trump's ear. Now, one thing that I want to also reiterate about the article that Radical Russ wrote in High Times Magazine. Okay, I have to say it. He used an example of David Brock from Media Matters for America as examples of what he wrote about Roger Stone. Let me just specify who David Brock from Media Matters for America is.
All right.
He part of Hillary's super PAC, number one, and he also worked with Google and Facebook to create fake news to stop anybody who was doing any type of websites or any type of talking in the conservative aspect. He's also a political assassin on the right that became a political assassin on the left. He has a history of going after Paula Jones during the Clarence Thomas trials. He went after Clinton during Paula Jones, and then he became part of Hillary Clinton's team. Another thing he did was he went after Ben Swann when Ben Swann went on television, talked about Pizzagate, Pedogate, and questioned the emails of John Podesta, the pedophile FBI code words that were used in that WikiLeaks. He's been instrumental in covering that up, as well as covering up what happened with Facebook, worked with Facebook and Google to cover it up and create fake news around that too. Roger Stone has come out and said that Michael Flynn has a whole list of elite people who worked in our government that's connected with pedophilia. Now, my argument about who's the better man, who's the dirty trickster that has the better integrity, well, at least Roger Stone is able to admit that, where David Brock is covering it up, and he used to be James Alefantis' boyfriend. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. So,
all right. So these are the type of topics.
If you get this media, and Media Matters for America is funded by George Soros. Okay.
All right.
I have to say it. All of this is all linked together in a little circle set, and I can't go for it. And I said it. I made a reply I made a comment on Radical Russ Belleville's article, and he told me to quit wearing my tinfoil hat. So I did an entire show about it on American Freedom Radio, and I've uploaded some on my YouTube channel. It'll be out soon too, so check it out.
Okay. So these are the type of topics that you cover on the Freedom of Joyce show, and it's heard here on the couple times a week on the live stream,
right,
on the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network, and then as you can see, you got your own channels now. Don't you have a Freedom of Joyce channel and a Tere Joyce channel? And
I have a Freedom of Joyce YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook on Tere Joyce, TRE Joyce. So, send me a friend request. And I have a group called the Global Freedom and Light Movement that I do postings in, and I have two different Freedom of Joyce Facebook pages. I'm on American Freedom Radio on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm also on Truth Cat Radio at truthcatradio.com on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern.
okay. Well, groovy, and make sure to tune in if you get a chance to check out her program. And we love you an awful lot here, Tere Joyce. You've been part of our family for a long time. In fact, you had one of the first shows on the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network as we were broadcasting live on iHeartRadio in the first month, I believe, of our 2013, way back when. Yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you. It's great to know you, Casper. You were the first person to interview me in the marijuana movement, and I'm very proud and happy to be part of Time for Hemp, and about being part of changing the world and educating everybody about freeing the plant for the entire plant. It's great work, and it's a pleasure to know you. Amen. Thank you so much. We'll be back to let you know what's going to be on the feeds tomorrow, the Time for Hemp news feed. We're going to give you the preview that we promised here on Time for Hemp.
Hey, Bob. What's up, man?
I'm just surfing all over the web, trying to find some info on medical marijuana and the best strains of cannabis. Advice for growers?
Looks like you're having a hard time, bro.
There's gotta be 1 million websites out there.
True, but you really only need one website to find out what you need. It'll save you a bunch of time.
Sounds great. What is it?
Check out Canafo.com. Cannafo.com.
That's right, Tommy and Bob. Canafo.com is the world's first online directory, marketplace, news portal, growing advice resource, and social media platform for all things cannabis.
Dude, where's that voice coming from?
You hear that too? Maybe we ought to cut back a little.
Canafo.com is the Google, Facebook, and Craigslist of cannabis. It even has its own social media platform. Canafo.com puts everything cannabis in one place for consumers, business, and growers. Canafo.com is a free service where you can find over 9,000 different strains of cannabis.
Whoa!
Shop cannabis classifieds and much, much more. Canafo.com. Visit today and get in the know with Canafo.
And we do have a big feed tomorrow. We're going to be talking about how cannabis has been found to be a wonder drug when you're dealing with schizophrenia and Tourette syndrome. And we got a post going up about how smart technology is making it easier and less complicated, supposedly, for the gardener, whether you be doing a small in your garage garden or a big greenhouse garden. It is going to be possible for you to have smart technology to make your chore less of a chore. And then also tomorrow we got on the big Tweety feed a posting about how hemp has come home and is now being harvested in Philadelphia, and it is becoming a cash crop that many people in the field of agriculture, sees as a way of making a profit. Like I said, it is raining ashes here in Portland, Oregon. We've had our feed dropped a couple of times, managed to pick up where we left off. We hope you share us with your friends. Hit the like button below. I will put together all the segments into one big segment so that it's just as easy to watch one as opposed to having. But until the meantime, tomorrow, same time, same place. We try to start at 4:20, but sometimes I'm hitting my pipe and I think it's almost 4:20 and it's actually 4:25 and I'm late. Sorry, what can I say? Well, and remember, the next time you see me, that's right, it will be fabulous. Time for hemp.
Look at all that money, yeah, the money that they spend. Take another look and spend some time for him. Don't cut trees for paper, cause it hurts the environment.